Dear friends, welcome back to Data Analytics Talks. In this video, let's explore Joiner Transformation. Joiner Transformation is one of the important transformations in Informatica, where we're able to join multiple tables on conditions. So there are different types of joins. There is a normal join, must outer join, detail outer join, full outer join. And you can configure them accordingly. So we will be exploring a little bit about this joiner transformation in this session. So before we are going into details, I would like to explore or explain you the use cases where we can apply joiner transformation. So we have an employee table. The employee table has different fields: employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, and so on. But in most cases, a normalized table will have department ID or manager ID. Okay. And you will be storing the details of the department in a master table called departments. So department ID, and in the master table also we will have the department ID. You always see this is the primary key of the departments and this is the foreign key. So there is a foreign key relationship between the employee table and the department table. And of course, the department name is part of the department master table. Similarly, this manager ID may be part of a manager master table, right? It's a manager master table will have the manager details, manager name, manager location, or manager rank, or whatever it is. It all goes to another table. That's a third table. So in some cases at least, we will have some scenarios where we will have to bring the department name also in our table. Okay. Maybe if you create a materialized view, we will have to have the employee details along with the department names also. So in that case, we will have to go with joins, right? We'll have to go with join. If you are familiar with the SQL Server or Oracle, you are familiar with different types of join. We have the left join, we have the right join, we have inner join. So when it comes to Informatica, there are different types of joins. So first of all, let's see what is a joiner transformation. A joiner transformation is an active and connected transformation that provides you the option to create joins in Informatica. The joins created using join transformations are similar to the joins in the databases. The advantage of joiner transformation is that joins can be created for heterogeneous systems, different databases. Okay. I hope you understand about the joiner transformation now. In joiner transformation, there are two sources which are going to use it for joins. They are master source and detail source. As I mentioned, we will have the employee as master and we have the department as detail source. So in the properties of joiner transformation, you can select which data source can be master and which can be detailed source. So the following joins can be created using joiner transformation. As I already mentioned, we have the master outer join. In master outer join, all records from the detailed sources are returned by the join and only matching rows from the master sources are returned. So that's a master join. Then we have the detail outer join. In detail outer join, only matching rows are returned from the detail source. All the rows from the master sources are returned. Okay. Then we have the full outer join. In the full outer join, all records from both sources are returned. Master outer and detail outer joins are equivalent to left outer join in SQL. And finally, we have the normal join. In normal join, only matching rows are returned from both sources. That's something called inner join. So in this video, we will join employee and department table using a joiner transformation. Let's get back to our hands-on. So before that, I will show you how the tables are available in our Oracle database. So we have the employee. So the employee, we have all the fields related to the employee. If you look at the data, you can see the data. We have the data for employees. Okay. And coming to the departments, we have department ID, department name, manager ID, and location ID. So what is important for us is department name. So in using a joiner transformation, we are going to combine employee and with the department name. So I have created a new table. The new table, we have the column, all the columns from the employee table, and we have one additional column called department name. So as shown you in the during the conceptual discussion, so we are going to join two tables, and we will be pushing the joined data into the third table, employee with department name. So I hope this is clear. We have the sources and we have one destination or target table, and this table is currently empty. Okay, so expectation is that we should populate this table with all the employees along with department ID and department name. Okay, let's go to our PowerCenter. So in the PowerCenter, I am here employee department. I have created a new folder. We have not added any sources. Let's add the sources. So I'll create the source. Let's go to the source. Let me see. Let me open. So we are in the source analyzer. By clicking on the folder or clicking on this source analyzer, we can come to the source analyzer. And let's click on the source. We get import data. We are still in the HR only. Oracle. Let's give the password. We'll connect. This HR database is connected. Let's go to the table. So we have the employee and we have the department. These are the sources. So let me click OK. So we have two tables added as a source, department and employee. Okay, let me just okay, and you can see that there is some relationship between, there is a department ID and in the employee also there is a department ID. Okay, and you can also see there is a manager ID. Manager is a recursive relationship, right? We have the recursive relationship here. Okay, and we will go to the target. Here we have the target analyzer. I will go to the again import from database. It's again connecting to the HR. I will give the password. I'll connect this. Coming here, tables, employee with the department name. That is our destination. So if you expand, you can see there is one additional column, that is department name, DPT name. Then now let's come to the mapping. Let's come to the mapping. You can go here and mapping. This mapping is joiner EMP department. Okay, so joiner. So we have the source. That's the department. Let's again bring the employee. This employee. So we have department and we have employee. Then let's bring our target, that is employee with the department. Employee with every department. So far it is good. So let's choose okay. So we have added both tables. We have the employee and we have the department. So now let's actually pull the transformation, like a joiner transformation. The joiner transformation, let's add the all the fields from the employee and also actually the required column. So we have a department and the department name. So we will add those two. We are not bothered about the manager ID or location ID. So we have only bothered about the department ID and department name. Okay. So now we need to configure the condition. So we are anyway we are going to use a join. So we are going to use a join. So let me name it. It is, let me say JNR EMB department name. Okay, that is our joiner transformation. So let's go to the ports. Okay, we have all the ports and we can see there is also M, right? It's a mapping, right? So we are going for a joiner. Okay, so in that case, let's go to the properties. So we have selected only normal join. We can choose master outer, detail outer, full outer, but let's go with the normal. Let's go to the condition. The condition can add a condition. We have the department ID of the master equal to the department ID. So we have the department ID. Okay. So this is our condition. So we take department ID from the master table and department ID from the detail table. If you look at, you can see this is the details. This is a master. Okay. So the ID 1 is from the master. Department ID is from the details. Okay. Let's apply. Okay. Let's click OK. Okay. So we have set the conditions. Now you can go to the port and you can make whatever the port you want to be the master. So we have already by default, department ID 1 and department name is set to master. Okay. So we don't need to change anything. Let's click OK. So now, like 11 columns from joiner transformation to target table. So now let's move the relevant table from the transformation to the target table. Okay. So we can let's move everything. Then we have the department ID. Let's take from here. Let's next the department name. So we will take only one department. We don't need both of them, right? So I have mapped everything now. So this is how our mapping is done. So we have employee, we have the departments, we have a joint transformation, the joint transformation, we have the condition, the master department ID 1 and the detail department ID using the operator equal to using the join. So we are selecting the join type as normal join and port. Now we have set only the last two as the master and apply OK. Now let's go and save this. So the mapping is valid. So what is next? we have to create our workflow. Let's go to the workflow designer. Okay, let's go to workflow designer. So can go to the task. So we have a session. Let's say session main. Okay, I create. We have one mapping. I selected the mapping. Done. So now let's go to the workflow, and we can create a workflow. Employee department name. Okay, so we have the start. Now let's pull the session. Now we need to connect. So we can connect and save. So it's valid. Since we have connecting to Oracle, automatically the mapping and all taken care. We have two sources, employee and department, and we have one target. All are connected to Oracle. Okay, it's okay. Let's leave as it is. We have, this is a transformation. So it's a normal join. Okay, and department ID 1 equal to department ID. Okay, no changes. Let's make it okay. So now let's also open the workflow monitor, and it is time for us to run our workflow. Start the workflow. The workflow has started. So it's running. It is succeeded. Okay, so let's go and see what are the changes. So we have see there are, in the source there are 134 rows, but after successful we have 106 rows in the new table. Okay, now let's go and see the table. Let me just refresh. So you can see that no department ID 90 is executive, 60 IT. You can see the department name also come along with the department ID. Cool. So this is how the join transformation works. And of course, you can go with any type of transformation like which is available in Informatica. So we have shown normal join transformation. Hope this is fulfilled our requirements. Thank you.